I briefly touched in a previous audio about people who have a tendency to follow people because of their status and because of the knowledge that they present to them that is not common knowledge, so they're misinterpreted. They're placed on a pedestal, so to speak, as being, the know-all, be-all, and we have to be very careful about that. Just because a person provides some secret knowledge, hidden knowledge, so to speak, and to the public, it doesn't make them chosen. It doesn't make them divinely gifted. It doesn't. And I hate to hurt anyone's feelings, but that's the truth. We've seen in history people who have come to power with ill intent and have misled groups of people because they were able to present some information that was not known to the masses. And the masses became mesmerized by it. Let me give you a few examples. Let's say that a political leader in the past, or leaders in the past, because I can name several historical figures, they wind up getting into power all of a sudden. And they wind up having a way of speaking to the masses where everybody understands. They address the issues that have been known to the public for a while. They are actively working to try to resolve those issues. And they have this hidden knowledge that they discovered that made people just totally mesmerized with them. It's great that this person has the ability to do that. And it's great that this person found that hidden knowledge. But does that necessarily mean that they're divinely chosen? Not necessarily. And I hate to say this. I mean, this is going to be a short one this morning. But it just came to mind when I was paying attention to some of the news articles recently and a discussion that I had with a couple of friends over the holiday that, I listened to them talk, and they said, well, so-and-so said so-and-so, and, so-and-so found this, and so-and-so discovered that, and so-and-so located this, and other people couldn't find it. Just because this treasure hunter found something, it doesn't make them all of a sudden a leader of a people, all of a sudden a guru, all of a sudden a spiritually enlightened person. Yes, they're talented. They just might be a damn good treasure hunter. Have you ever thought about that? They might just be a damn good speaker. They might just be a damn good researcher, because I'm coming across a lot of that. People that are popping up with all of this hidden knowledge that's been hidden for thousands of years. Doctor, pastor, reverend, bishop, historian so-and-so said this because they found it. Okay, it's great that they found it. And they may know everything about this particular artifact or information or relic or whatever it is, but there's no reason for you to elevate them spiritually to the point where they're the know-all, be-all of all other aspects of life. There's no sense in doing that. I'm going to go ahead and give an example in relation to my ethnicity. I'm an African American female. And we're coming up with all of these, from time to time, some historian, doctor, professor, whoever it is, finds something that supports the missing information in regards to the power of the people of Africa hundreds and thousands of years ago. It could be some kind of scripture that's related to the Bible that was actually written and nobody paid any attention to it. It could be a relic. It could be a lost location. It could be a culture of people that we didn't know anything about that resembles us. It could be anything like that. But because that piece of information had not been found before, we are so in awe of the fact that this person found it. The first thing we say is, okay, they're talented. Yes, they are talented. But all of a sudden, everything that comes out their mouth, well, so-and-so found so-and-so. They found so-and-so. They found so-and-so. They researched so-and-so. Okay, that's great. But that does not mean that they're divinely chosen. You got to be careful with that. This person might have been at the right place at the right time. They could have been researching this particular thing for years, and it was just time for their efforts to pay off. It was time for some evidence to be made clear. It was time. That's it. That's all. They can give their expert opinion on everything that they've done, and they're probably the one of the few people, if not the only person that found this information. That's great. But that doesn't give you the right as an individual to all of a sudden place this person way up on the pedestal along with archangels. That's crazy. The person is entitled to the credit they receive for locating this missing information. Wonderful. But they are not divinely chosen. I know this sounds a little strange, but for those of you who understand what I'm talking about, you know that we are in some spiritual warfare right now, and part of our weapons is that we're able to discern people who are chosen, people who are awoke, versus the ones who pretend to be so in order to gain the attention of others. This is a very valuable weapon to use. Pay close attention to these people. Sometimes what it is what it is, and that's it. This person found something, they discovered something, they uncovered some mystery. That's great, but leave it at that. Just saying.